So I have loaded back. I'm going
Your
to
Honor,
move the spy
secrecy is assured.
south.
Out of moves, sir.
Here I found another settlement that belongs to Carthage. Furthermore, I think it would be a fine day to attack Thapsus now. Oh, would you look at that? I have not built a ram. Well, that's a mistake. In other circumstances, the settlement would stand for additional 5 turns there. Just fine. So I will attack Corrales.
Prepare for battle.
Let's move on to them. And it's time to annihilate them. It looks like after taking the island of Corrales, we would certainly squeeze Carthage in this region by quite a bit.
Those overly proud men over there are the Carthaginians. They think they are our equals.
Well, I have no doubts they won't be our equals for long. Let's send the battering ram forward and the rest of my troops ahead. I want everybody to start shooting at the enemy. Here we see mercenary peltasts. Mercenary peltasts are lightly equipped, fast-moving skirmishers who wear down enemies with a hail of accurately thrown javelins. Their strength lies in their ability to move through broken or rough terrain and stay away from enemies. They also carry straight sword and small shield, the pellet that gives them their title. As a result, they can fight quite effectively against other units of skirmishers but are vulnerable if caught in the open by cavalry. They are, however, perfect for using tactical ambushes, attacking careless enemies who have not spotted them. So here I'm wasting quite a bit on these downwatch, but all in all,
Our soldiers
everybody
have
has
reached the
to
gates
die.
with a battering ram.
So who threw everything? Almost everybody. I need to get these guys into a position. Now, what do we find here? We haven't seen. I've seen some phalanx formations. These are the phalanx formations I was talking about. Mercenary hoplites can form phalanx, bonus fighting cavalry, good stabbing and sap. Hoplites are spearmen that are most effective in the formidable, if slightly inflexible, phalanx formation.
Our soldiers have done their work well. The battering ram has broken through the gate.
A tight block of men presenting many spear points to the enemy. Operating in such a fashion, these units are a powerful force against infantry or cavalry. Hoplite tactics are simple. A unit generally approaches in normal order and then closes up into a phalanx, so that each soldier is protected by the overlapping shield of his neighbor. It is simply a matter of closing with the enemy as quickly as possible to decide the battle. The basis of military power in ancient Greece was the hoplite and his willingness to fight alongside his fellow citizens, but now these troops are some of the most effective mercenaries in the known world. Hoplites wear a hardened leather cuirass, breastplate, and carry both a round shield, the hoplon, and a thrusting spear. This spear has a bronze butt spike to plant in the ground. Bronze, unlike iron, does not rust, which doubles as a weapon if the spear shaft breaks. Okay, so this is what we kind of ended up with currently, and they are waiting for us.
Units!
Fine.
Units! Hurry! Hurry!
I want
Our
everybody.
soldiers have captured the walls! Now is the time to press on and capture this place!
Inside the settlement. So here we see the perspective from our enemies. I want everybody to get into the city as fast as possible, and in this way well, here we need to attack them. What we really need to do is we need to get inside of the city with as much as we could possibly end up with.
The enemy general is slain, and now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
Alright, so some of my men will have to press on the attack, some of them will not. So here, as you can see, fighting them on the front is very, very difficult. So what we need to do here is we need to run around them, we need to flank them, and that's pretty much the only way to get a victory without taking significant losses. While flank, they will lose their ability to form phalanx, and will weaken them greatly. Okay, these guys need to move on to the side fast. They can't all just simply stack up. They have to flank. So far the battle is very, very much in my favor. Things are looking absolutely fabulous. My general is in the fight as well, and here we're facing the Baltasts, which is a fine enemy for the general. Also, I'm going to do a charge in battle with the use of my general's bodyguards. So let's hit them. Okay, that should be enough. The general has fallen.
All Rome will be amazed at such a victory. The day is ours.
The day is ours.
Victory! This land is Roman!
Okay, what can we do? This is a small settlement, we're just going to occupy it. So far we're not exterminating Carthaginians. Games will be thrown in your honor at the Senate expense. The Senate is pleased to know that you have taken the settlement. Okay, that's very, very good. So games have been held at the Rhetum. The games have been held in the settlement like all true Romans. The people have been excited and enthralled by the great spectacle and distracted from their humdrum worries and pretty grumples. Okay. Now, next, I'm going to hire another spy And let's take a look. Probably some town watch wouldn't hurt. Income isn't that big of a deal in that settlement there, I guess. Let's take a look. Okay, it's 800 in total, but it would go down wait if the taxes are lowered, but I will lower them. Let's see. Shrine to Melkar. This shrine is dedicated to Melkar, the son of Baal and the ruler of the underworld. Religion also makes people feel happy and content to know that the gods are honored. The shrine can be improved. Also, we have road. These minor roads have been made usable by the military only where necessary, and for the most part they are engine tracks worn in the landscape created over generations. We also have barracks that allows us to construct town watch. These troops should be most likely either be sent north to fight the Gauls or south to fight the Medians. In any case, there will be quite a bit of fighting here. Probably before we move on to fight the Numidians, we have to win over Lilibium first. So that's a thing. In any case, I have to tear down this. And construct Jupiter. Also, I want to know how's the culture apparently encourages. It looks like it went down by a little bit. And in other settlements, I'm going to extend farms. Farms bring in a lot of income. And that will be it. I'm going to reduce the tax burden. No, I will not. But I should do something about this. How much it's bringing in anyway? 1,000. And if I lower it, it would bring 600 or so. My current financials are 1,000. Okay, I'll leave it be like that for now. But I should probably send in some settlers to increase things. Increase population, I mean, in Sagesta. Senate mission assigned. The Senate asked you to take the settlement for the glory of the Empire. So they want me to start war against the Gauls. Alliance lands, Britannia Dacia. Recruitment. Construction report. And the income is going down, unfortunately. Furthermore, let's see how this would work out. I'm sending the immigrants from Arretium to Segesta first. So the current population is 1,090, and if we disband this unit, it's at 1,210. So as you can see, we can, if we want to, make people emigrate from this settlement to Segesta so that it would reach a point where it could expand quicker. Okay, furthermore, the Battle of Thapsus, it can take place. Let's fight it.
On my orders.
Alright, so our tactic is the same as been employed in a similar battle recently. We'll get our Hastati up front so that they could start shooting at the enemy. The enemy will be willing to shoot at us as well because they have javelin men. There's not plenty of them out here, which is very favorable for us. Okay. So, we're fighting the battles here that Skippy I would otherwise be fighting. Would be fighting. Okay, now we should start throwing. Javelins, and as you can see, we are doing just that. And they are falling without a doubt. And
our soldiers have reached the gates with a battering ram.
These guys look like they're gonna throw javelins as well. They're just kind of marching around and taking those javelin shots just like that. That's very, very favorable for us because their numbers, as you can see, are being reduced, and that's what this is all about. Okay, it's at 70%. This one unit will
Our soldiers have done their work well! The battering ram has broken through the gate!
Will be nearly completely eliminated. Okay, it's time to move into the city with everything we got. There's only one brigade that
our soldiers have captured the walls! Now is the time to press on and capture this place!
Half of its strength or less.
Hurry! Units! Units, move! Move!
That's it.
Units! Units, stop time! Units, stop time!
So everybody now, most importantly, is to go through the choke point, which is the gate, as fast as possible. Here we have intercepted the enemy.
Units, charge!
And then we will engage. Alright. So far so good. Splendid. We're engaging them on the flanks. And we should win this fight. We as well are engaging them in the front. Not all of my brigades should be engaged so that they wouldn't be tired. The ones that would otherwise stack up in the back will just stand still for a bit. You see, those horsemen are very capable, but they're very capable really when they are in high numbers against reasonably low tire infantry, or when they are attacking. In a very, very good moment. Okay, here we're going to allow them to push our troops. I've made them into guard position so that they would stop the enemy better. And here I have started my maneuver where I can successfully surround them. It's good that they're not all engaging, because the general bodyguards unit has done a great job of killing us. They slaughtered an entire hostile
The enemy
brigade.
king runs from the battle! The enemy king lies dead at your feet. Now is the time to strike hard at his grieving subjects.
Nearly to the last man. So that was the king, Boris. And all in all, truly fine fight. Here, as you can see, at the initial engagement, this brigade right here, that's currently retreating, was taking massive casualties. So they first encountered the bodyguards here, then they were pushed back without inflicting many losses, and we only managed to inflict them heavy losses after our combined force has went into the battle itself. Here
Hurry!
I'm going to order them to spread out. These enemies will be fighting to the death, so it's best if we surround them as effectively as we can. Now it looks like they will be surrounded, and we will be cutting them down from all sides. That's where the new king was found. Close to Carthage, but without an army, couldn't we take it?
Rome demands victory from her generals, and this day is clearly our victory!
So, this force has successfully killed another Carthaginian king.
Victory! Settlement captured!
No. It's another major settlement, and we'll keep it major, just like that. The Shrine of Jupiter will be established here, and I'm gonna make some town watch here to help look after them. This will increase our income by a little bit. Now these troops here, it looks like they will be able to leave.
Fleet ready!
I will have to sail them to Carthage. So far so good. Let's see if the nobleman can leave. It looks like he can. So Karalis will be very happy with us here. Even with unrest and cultural penalty, they feel very fine. And the garrison is giving massive boost, well, even while not being there. Okay, so far so good. Nothing to construct for now. I'm making quite a bit of cash. It's time to construct another army here. And be safe against the enemies of Rome. Let's see, practice range. Elites can be trained here. Learning to skirmish effectively requires an open space where lightly armed and armored troops can safely practice with missile weapons. There are also the tactics of movement and disengagement to be practiced, which also needs more space than a simple yard for close order drills. There are stables here, trader, barracks for town watch, and governor's villa with walls and land clearance. An improvement on slash and burn farming around the settlement. Land clearances allow surplus of food and encourage population growth. Subsistence farming, where people can only just feed themselves and their families, does not free people to do anything more than scrabble for a living. However, if agriculture improves even marginally, there will be growth in the settlement. So all in all, things are not looking bad. I'm going to send the elites south. Now a thing about these troops kind of marching around like that is that they can be bribed, they can rebel, so letting soldiers to move out like that on their own is reasonably risky.
Yes.
I'm going to send the spy cell west, where
Move, sir.
they will
At once.
spy on the Numidians. As you can see, the Numidians do not hold
At your service. On
powerful
my way.
forces. So by left clicking I can move them fast, real fast, so that's what I'm doing here. It doesn't look like Carthage has a significant force anywhere around here, which is very good. I've ordered the construction of another force. This army will move to Carthage soon. Right on the Papsis. Okay, suitable husband. So there is a husband, Alius Arphenius. Bureaucrat, publicly loyal, confident commander. I'm just gonna choose somebody else. Diplomatic information. The following factions have declared that they are allies: Thrace, Germania, Scythia, the Seleucid Empire, Egypt, Parthia. Recruitment report, construction report, faction announcements. A coming of age, Manius Julius, so he's going to be one of our leaders. Born of the gods. This man's life is no longer his own. The gods themselves have plans for him, although these have yet to be fully revealed. Minus on influence. So he pretty much believes in gods a bit too much, so much that, for example, a priest could just ask him to do something and he would do it because he would think that that's what the gods told the priest for him to do. Lily livered. The sight of blood makes this man go pale, an unfortunate trait in one who is expected to command. -1 morale for all troops on the battlefield. Untruthful. While the small-minded agree, truth is a good thing. This man sees the bigger picture. +1 influence. Good ambusher. This man has a natural gift for the surprise attack. His men strike hard and fast, leaving few to tell of the defeat. +1 command when ambushing. Okay. So he can't lead soldiers into battle due to his lily-livered trait, but that means that he's just going to be, or will be, a ruler of a city, manager. Flavius Julius, region expands, priest of Jupiter. He's also again ingenious. This man has an inherently trusting nature that makes him both endearing and worryingly vulnerable. +2 influence, -2 from personal security, increases the chances of falling victim to assassination. Useless assessor. This man is sadly lacking when it comes to collecting taxes, preferring to believe every sob story of handship rather than just take the money. 10% penalty on tax income. That's not good. Feast of Jupiter. Okay, city expands Carthage. So we're gonna make sure the proconsul's palace is constructed here. A proconsul's palace is unmissable as a symbol of Roman authority. The building size and luxury are intended to impress everyone in a city. The bureaucrats based here collect taxes, manage improvements to the city, and efficiently carry out all the business of empire. A proconsul's palace allows advanced development as the most costly buildings projects can be undertaken. All aspects of life within the city can be improved: religious, military, and economic. 3,200 denarii. That's what we're going to pay.
Sir, onward!
The leads will be sent into Thapsus, that's currently under rebellion, unfortunately for us. End of turn. Okay, we're not making money. Also,
General!
these troops right here.
Joining the fleet, sir!
We need to board the ships and
Aye, aye, Captain!
I'm going to send the
All
troops
ashore!
to land on the shore and move into the Carthage. Also,
Fleet ready! Fleet ready!
I will be
sail!
splitting my fleet in two.
Out of move, sir!
I'm going to send this guy, Manius Julius, to rule over Caralis. He's from a faction heirs family, but I'm not going to consider him to be equal to be a faction leader, though. I will decide myself
Fleet ready!
who the faction leader will be.
Sir!
Also, I'm going to send additional immigrants
Sir!
to Segesta. Let's disband this here, and as you can see, it increased nicely. He needs to go on to Arretium. For now, in Carthage, this force must be retrained. Also, a cavalry brigade will be established here. Rebellion. It's an all-out rebellion. Let's see
Orders!
if my faction leader would deal with this rebellion that's currently taking place there. His sword may be what's going to keep them in check. And as you can see, that's exactly what happened there. We worked things out splendidly. Also, this probably should not be constructed just yet. Other settlements may need more attention. Okay, that's gonna be it for now. And what about the spy?
At your service.
The spy will have to stay there.
At your service.
The spy will have to stay here, and the diplomat cell will move closer to as well spy on our potential future enemies. Germania showed up, but they didn't talk much. A suitable husband. Gaius Creticus, good defender. This man's defensive experience gives his men confidence in their eventual victory. Being in wars, this man carries the scars of his battles with pride and sharp. Sure, I will take him. Let him be one of my daughters. Husband, she is age 19, he's age 40. Diplomatic relations. The following factions are now at war with each other: Spain, Gaul, Egypt, Seleucid Empire. Marriage celebrations. And it looks like we're not making that much money after all. And here's the recruitment for now. Quite a few of our brigades have been retrained. And they'll be ready for future engagements. I see that Gaul has started a war against Spain, so this may move Gaul's attention.
Orders, sir. Move out.
From some important matters. Here, without a leader, Carthage may start rebelling.
Aye, Captain.
What can I do? I have to send
Imperator. Onward.
brigades back into the city of Carthage.
Imperator. March. Ready to sail.
I want this leader to fight in this battle, but I probably can't
General,
do that.
Forward.
Okay, even with his own help, that doesn't
Aye,
help
Captain.
much. But there's nothing else I can do.
Set sail.
I need all remaining brigades in the upcoming siege of
Leaving the army. Off
Lily-Bayam.
the boats.
The
Okay,
fleet cannot go there!
Imperator.
done.
Attack. Besieging settlement, sir.
Um,
Settlement under siege, sir.
I'm not seeing a powerful Carthaginian force in Sicily, so things are
Aye,
not
Captain.
looking grim for me.
Set sail.
The navy will
Out
be,
of move, sir.
will be sent back.
Aye,
Another
Captain. Aye, aye, Captain.
navy can sail forward.
Out of move, sir.
Okay, so that's how the Scipia looks like. Looks like we're barring Scipia opportunities to expand, while our allies, the Brutii, are creating fortifications here, defending against enemies, and it looks like they learn about the Macedonians being present here. And their diplomats are reaching on to new cities everywhere around. There's also many diplomats from all over the place, whom we may interact really. So I'm going to recruit another diplomat out here, and that's it. How's the people doing here? It looks like people are doing great, real great. Things are not looking bad, but our income isn't looking good though. Okay, that will be it for now. They can hurry up. They wish trade rights. I will accept this. Trade rights will certainly be of use. Oh, look at that, Spain. They offer alliance, trade rights, and map information. I don't want to ally with them though. Even that wouldn't really be a big deal though. I'm gonna ask for a single payment of maybe 2,000. What would they say about that? In any case, we have nothing to offer in return, so let's just talk trade then, if they won't agree as
Our
well.
fleet is under attack.
Oh wow, we have been attacked,
Disengage. No more move, sir.
so that's not good. Okay, the diplomats can move
Honor.
north. I mean, kind of west.
No more moves.
Alliance announced. Germania goals. Recruitment report. Construction report. End of turn. It says minus 548, but we have made quite a bit of cash, so it may not be very precise though. Or it's just something I'm missing there. Whatever the case,
Sir! Sir! Darrow!
I'm not
Darrow!
sure.
Imperator! Darrow! Forward! Out of move! Sir!
These guys need to be marched forward
March! Merging armies! Out of
to
move, sir!
Carthage.
March! Darrow! Darrow! March!
Taxes seem to be completely under control now that they have the Temple of Jupiter. They are just fine. Temple of Jupiter, the faction leader being present here. It's okay.
General!
Soon
Forward!
additional forces will show up in Carthage. Now
Fleet ready! Yes, Captain!
the fleet needs to go to the port of Arretium,
Sir!
where this leader
Onward!
is going to be transferred onto the ships, and he will sail to Karalis soon. Now, what do I see here? I see that the Gauls are entering our territory. It could be a test of our strength. It could be a show of aggression. In either case, that's a good thing for us.
Yes.
Let's talk with the Greeks now.
Once.
And I wish to have trade rights with them, and I would like to exchange map information. They will accept. So what did we learn? Learned that there's a Greek settlement out here. Sparta is considered to be of the Greeks faction, and that's pretty much all of it. So we've learned quite a bit here. We see that the Brutii are still fortifying themselves and not making any attacks. There's a Carthaginian navy nearby.
Aye, aye, Captain!
I'm going to keep my navy in Carthage. Carthage itself is still suffering occupational troubles. Okay. In any case, all in all, if the Gauls do not start war against us soon, things may be just fine.
Sir!
What can I do? I could
Imperator!
do nothing, or I could merge my armies into a force. In any case, I'm not going to do anything, and I'm just going to wait here for now.
Imperator.
Besides that, Lilybaeum needs to be assaulted now. Here what do we see? A faction leader and a family member. They are holding the settlement with their Iberian infantry. Faction leader, poor farmer, useless assessor, droughtsman, religious skilled bureaucrat. Draftsman. This man's interest in architecture stands him in good stead when construction work is needed. 10% discount, useless assessor. This man is sadly lacking when it comes to collecting taxes, preferring to believe every sob story of hardship rather than just take the money. Poor farmer. The countryside and farming have no appeal for this man, faction leader. Freeman clerk, that's one of his retinues, an able and loyal assistant in the day-to-day business of government. +1 management and the merchant. Trade is a sure road to wealth, even for the already powerful, as long as trade routes are kept open and safe. Okay, he has 2 of these general's bodyguard units, and I'm not trusting in my ability to conduct operations just now. I'm going to wait a little bit, strengthen my position out here before I make an assault. Unless I have to, so it looks like they are doing what I actually want them to do, which is they are assaulting me. Okay, so let's go into this battle now.
Today we face the mighty Carthaginians, brave men and worthy foes. The first move in this particular game is theirs, I think.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna go for.
The enemy have brought up reinforcements in a pathetic attempt to save themselves.
You see, they are bringing reinforcements from the city. Here we have a chance to annihilate their 2 brigades who are stationed just in front of us. They are coming from that city over there. Here, this will be a much more capable opponent to deal with. I don't want to go into a fight. I want, first of all, wait. Look at that, they will run. They all will run.
The enemy army is in flight. Pursue them and drive them from the battlefield.
Okay, so it looks like we have them exactly where we want them. Things are not looking bad at all. Everybody should get into their respective position. The enemy out here does have a superiority. I'm going to order a retreat now, maybe. And I should probably approach the enemy while it's in the city. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 to take on these. That could be a bit too much, really, for us. I'm not sure. My soldiers are winded. Okay, in any case, let's be Romans and let's stand in this fight. Let's stand in this fight and see what we can expect here. So they are winded, they're not tired. And first of all, I'm going to issue an order to unleash hell on the enemy. Okay, so just like that, we're charging their entire line. In this area, I'm stacking 2 of my infantry brigades against one of their general's bodyguard. I want them to throw javelins, and just like that in here, we may be at a disadvantage. Now, one of the most important things here is to win. is to win against them. Okay, we're winning. Okay, it's hard to believe, but we are winning now. Let's just approach them further. Here, this brigade is in trouble. Let's attack them here. Yeah, it looks like they will fight. And here they will try to engage us. We need to make sure that does not happen. Okay. Oh no. Here they successfully attacked our bodyguards unit. I want these troops to take over this fight right now. They need to, just like that, take over.
It would be better for your general to fall on his sword,
but
live
they
another
have
day. He is running away.
They have decided to not stay in this fight, and it looks like there's no way for us to win without the general staying in this fight. So they have very tactically kind of dealt with us here. So I needed to
The
better
gods
retreat.
test a man's faith. Today the enemy has snatched a victory that is undeserved.
Without a doubt, that's exactly. And they would all die. All of them.
Disengage! Break off the
Oh no, they didn't
No more moves, sir.
all die. In any case, I'm going to load or go back in time, and I'll try to make another move. Okay, it looks like that didn't work out either. So that's probably freed up a bit of cash for me though. And not all of my brigades have been annihilated.
Forward!
Carthage is still not feeling very well. In the meantime, the Carthaginians here have assembled a reasonably mighty force.
Aye, aye, Captain!
I will be going on to Sicily, where I'm going to pick up these troops
Morning!
and sail them to Carthage.
No more
Furthermore,
moves, sir.
it looks like these here were not the only ones. So it looks like Carthage did have an army. So if we would have won here, we could have been annihilated by this army completely. In this case, we were not annihilated with the last man, though. However, it still is not a victory. Here, I need to regain my strength, and build up further. Soon the city will be upgraded. I need ports so that I could get more money in. Also, look what we have. We have rebels
Fleet ready!
and Gauls pouring in our country.
Sir! Orders! Forward!
Here I'm going to assemble my army. I don't like Gauls being here, nor do I like the rebels being
Ready to sail!
present. In any case, I'm not sure if this guy can leave now at this point.
Ready to sail!
Maybe he should just stay with the troops
General!
who are about to fight the rebels, but yet it looks like I do have commanders here. So I will
Ready
allow
to
him
sail!
to
Aye, aye, Captain!
leave and move on to Corrales, where he's going to
All ashore! General!
spend the rest of his days. He's good ambusher, untruthful though. While the small-minded degree truth is good thing, this man sees the bigger picture. Okay.
Orders! Forward!
Can
Ready
move in
to ambush!
there.
Fleet ready! Yes,
The
Captain.
ships going
No
back
more move, sir!
to Retium Port. We do have an army
Awaiting your command.
on the frontier though. Don't like Gaul presence here, can't do much about it though. The Carthaginians are assembling a force in Lepsis Magna. We do have one army in Carthage, a city that still needs to be looked after. He's reverent. This man is openly religious and respectful of the gods. So there are a few possibilities. Let's see what the Gauls will do next.
Our fleet is under attack!
Here we are attacked once
Roll for your
again.
lives! No more move, sir!
So close to home. Agent detected Gaul. Gauls are kind of coming into our territory for some time now. Senate officers assigned. Lucius Julius, an administrative official in charge of supervising streets, temples, and the quarters of a city and the distribution of the Kura Anna Nai, the all-importer corn supply. Okay, so he's ex-questor, but currently holds office of Hayadal, which makes him even better at managing things. This man is an efficient administrator, well able to deal with unexpected crises. He's architect. This man is an inviolable authority on architectural matters. Okay. And he was disinherited, and don't forget about that. Thapsus, the population in this large town has now reached a point where you can consider upgrading it to a city. This will make new buildings available for you to build. To do this, you need to upgrade your governor's villa to a governor's palace. You can leave this until later, but as the population increases further, overcrowding will eventually start to increase squirrel levels and slow down growth. Okay, so we will do just that, and after the port finishes, we'll upgrade the settlement further. Temple of Ceres is being constructed over here. We could go for a blacksmith now and make our forces better at fighting.
General!
Also,
Prepare for battle!
we should fight the rebels present here. They
Victory!
will not engage. Also,
Speak with them at once.
Spanish diplomat could agree to trade, and they did.
Orders! Prepare for battle!
Okay, so what do we have here? Some Hastati town watch. Should I auto-resolve this? I wonder, how can I save this? With one click, I'm not sure. Normally I would just go for something like that. I'm going to auto-resolve this. As you can see, I've suffered great casualties by auto-resolving.
Out of move,
So
sir.
that's why it's not
Awaiting your command.
considered to be a very good thing. So this Belenus with his force is certainly not making people of Rome happy. The following factions are now at war with each other. The House of Brutii and Macedon. Very interesting. The House of Brutii have declared war. They do have an army here present, fortification set up. The Scipii, instead of focusing on Carthage, somewhere. They are instead focusing on Greeks, so they, together with the Brutii, are going to fight in the east. Okay. Here I need to retrain further, and I'll probably send this force to Lepsis Magna, where we're going to take a settlement from the enemy.
Aye, Captain. Yes, Captain.
These troops over here will have to safeguard Carthage.
Aye, Captain.
And there should be enough.
Imperator, onward.
Later I may create an army. This leader will have to hold Seralis. And that will be it for now.
Orders, march!
The Gauls seem to have another force here being sent in. Not something I like to see, really. Alliance announced the House of Brutii and Gauls. Recruitment report. Construction report. And end of term report. End of term report states that we certainly don't hold enough. Whew, this is the largest city we currently have, 14,000 residents and growing. It's absolutely fascinating. Okay.
General, orders.
Now I'm going to
Forward.
leave Carthage.
Orders, forward.
With my army, send in the faction leader, who with his administrative skills would make a change there. In here we'll focus on growth and security.
Imperator, onward. Out of move,
This
sir.
army may as well stay here for a bit.
Sir.
How long it would take them? It would take them 3
Onward.
turns to get south.
Sir.
So it looks like the presence here probably is giving some
Sir. March.
bonus, or maybe it's the fact that I'm building additional town watch unit. I'm not sure, but we certainly can afford it. Hopefully. Okay,
Aye, Captain.
these guys.
Ready to sail. Set sail. Leaving the army. Disembark. Ready to sail.
Will have to unite
Ready to
now,
sail.
and I'm talking about
Aye,
the
aye,
ships.
Aye, aye, Captain. Move defeated, sir.
In here, these will probably have to be sent north, where I'm going to start a campaign against the Gauls. But before I do that, I have to get rid of this city right here. And even then, first of all, I have to kind of make sure that I know about the army movements in Lilibaeum. I know that there's an army here. I'm not sure how strong it is,
At your service.
though. I'm going to send the spies from the south
No more
north
moves, sir.
instead of building a spy cell over here. So I'm gonna continue building the arena. Arena allows gladiator games to be held, public order bonus due to happiness 5%. This provincial arena allows the small-scale games to be staged for the entertainment and satisfaction of all true Romans The games are part of what makes Romans properly Roman, and everyone feels part of the community and forgets their problems on days when there are games to go to. Everyone feels even happier knowing that the games are free and that a wealthy man, keen to increase his popularity, is paying. The arena also bolsters Roman happiness to know that they are superior people. When even the condemned and slaves die with courage, can a true Roman do any less in the face of death? Probably not. Okay. So it has been decided my army will move south, not to Lillebaem. Or maybe it shouldn't go to shouldn't go to this town. We'll have to take these two anyway, and this one poses more threat, I guess. So let's kind of go with the flow here. Okay. We also made a treaty with our allies, the Scipios, so maybe they won't be attacking us anytime soon. Dacius Julius has came to age here. Let's take a look at this guy. Dacius Julius, apparently loyal. This man's loyalty is loudly trumpeted, mostly by himself. Superior builder. This man enjoys the planning and building of settlements almost for their own sake. Careful with money. Money rarely goes astray in this man's keeping. Indeed, it rarely leaves this man's keeping. Calm. This man seldom allows emotion to influence his decisions or his pursuit of duty. Okay, we do have a powerful force here now, with additional generals that could go into battle. That's gonna be very good.
Aye, Captain. Set sail.
Okay,
Orders.
here they're not feeling.
Orders.
They're not feeling it. Public order, cultural penalty, distance to capital, squirrel. Let's make Carthage our new capital. Just like that. This has saved public order penalties because there's no more distance to capital problem. And in the north, these are Roman settlements, so they're just fine. Alright. It looks like
Sir.
I can now safely march further south to engage the Carthaginians.
No more moves, sir.
At your service. Stowing away.
These
No more moves, sir.
need to move into the ships. And
Ready to sail.
I'm going to retrain what I have here. Build additional town watch.
Waiting to ambush.
The Gauls, what
Waiting
they're
to
up to,
ambush.
it looks like they will be
We're
attacking.
besieged.
So, wow,
We're under siege.
the Gauls have started war against us. The volcano has erupted here. Eruption of Etna. The god Vulcan has destroyed the Greek town of Naxos by causing Mount Etna to erupt. Thousands have died beneath the fiery lava. So it looks like volcano is based on the word Vulcan, which is the god representing the volcano, or a god that kind of controls volcanoes. So it looks like people, without realizing it, were kind of praising Gold Vulcan by having their volcano represent the mountain with lava underneath. Diplomatic information. The following factions are now at war with G: the Shudder, Gold, the House of July. The following factions have broken their alliances: the Senate, the House of Brute. The following factions have declared their allies Carthage, Gaul. These factions have declared ceasefire: the Senate and the House of Brute. So it looks like quite a bit of political change has took place. Blacksmith has been constructed here in our previous capital, in Arretium. A blacksmith provides superior quality weaponry for any troops trained in the settlement. His skills in metalworking are exceptional, far beyond those of ordinary smiths who make agricultural implements. He is an important man in the community, as good weapons are always valued by the men who have to use them. A blacksmith who can make a strong sword that won't break or bend in combat is a great asset to his people. Faction announcements. Continue to expand. Priest of Ceres. A priest spends half a lifetime studying subjects related to his god. He can spend the other half putting it to good use. End of term report. Settlement besieged. Segesta. Settlement besieged. Arumino. So it looks like the Gauls attacked us with strong force. Here 4 units versus pretty much nothing. Here we have a couple of units versus quite a few of them. So now good question is how to defeat them. But I'm gonna take this a bit later. First of all, I'm going to engage the rebels out here.
Victory!
The rebels will try to
enemy.
disengage, but we'll get rid of them anyway. If we take the settlement,
Victory!
we better not have
Move
rebels
Prepare for
present.
battle.
In here,
Sir!
I should take these
Onward!
into my ships and most likely sail them north. But
Yes, master.
Aye, Captain.
I need to split my
Ready to
navy
sail.
in two, really.
Aye, aye, Captain. Aye, Captain. Ready to sail. Ready to sail.
Yes, master. Hiding aboard ship.
And
Spies.
Aye, Captain.
let's just send them north, I guess.
Aye, Captain.
Let's do just
Set
that then.
sail. Out of move, sir.
These need
Fleet
to stay
ready.
here
Set sail.
so that the Carthaginian navy does not intercept them. Also,
At your service.
I need to see if the Numidians are showing up. In any case, so
General.
far we do have a force here. Not that many troops are left to defend this region though. And for as long as Carthaginians have presence in Sicily, things are not going to be wonderful. Furthermore, it looks like our allies, the Scipii, have managed to take Corinth, and now they're surrounded by the Greeks. Let's take a look if they're fighting the Greeks. It looks like they are fighting everybody here. Macedonians, the Greeks, the Carthaginians, the Brutii. They used to fortify all approaches to the city of Apollonia from the Macedonian and Greek side. Now they're surely fighting the Macedonians and also the Greeks, I've learned, and they will try to take territories out here as well. It looks like Scipio knows that they are kind of barred from fighting my own enemies, and so they focus on fighting the Greeks instead. They
General!
don't want to invade Carthaginian cities for some reason. Now the most important part out here, we have to defend against this attack. So the first question is, can we just split our forces and by splitting our forces win 2 battles and avoid being defeated by this force right here? I think that would be the best option for us.
General!
So who would lead the attack? This guy is good defender, beat him bars, and he's sharp. This guy is apparently loyal, superior builder, careful with money, calm, fruitful. A discreet silence about this matter is in order, increases the chances of having children. Careful with money. Money rarely goes astray in this man's keeping. Indeed, it rarely leaves this man's keeping. Okay.
General!
So how many troops would I need to defeat such an army? First of all, let's find out how many of them there are here.
Attack!
So this is what we've got. They have what, 9 units? That isn't 9 units, that's 8 units. So first of all, we see Vindex, 41-year-old leader. He's natural born leader. This man was born with a talent for leading men into battle. He likes to drink. This man is dedicated drinker, and any benefits to his working relationships are outweighed by the constant hangovers. He's bloody. This man enjoys the sight of blood, particularly that of his enemies. He's a Spartan. This man has chosen to live without any luxuries save the luxury of self-restraint. +2 management, 200% increase to cost to bribe. He also has a galloper in his squad. Command and control on the battlefield relies on orders getting through. Barbarian warlord. A barbarian warlord surrounds himself with fierce warriors as a personal guard. These spear-armed cavalry are an elite reserve for use in a moment of crisis. Every warlord commands by right of personal courage as much as tactical skill, and must prove himself in battle. He and his guards are equipped as cavalry with spears, leather armor, and shields so that they can dash to any point on the battlefield. The warlord can inspire his men to greater efforts just by his presence, and also has enough men to be a significant force should the need arise. Let's look at this man's men that he's leading. First of all, he holds barbarian cavalry here. Barbarian cavalry are lightly armored and carry spears and shields. They are best used as scouts and in pursuit of fleeing enemies, and ride sturdy, sure-footed ponies with a good turn of speed. Like many barbarian warriors, however, they can lack battle discipline and be over-keen to enter a battle against worthy opponents. Honor and standing come from fighting, and sometimes the urge for glory overwhelms good sense. These men are all good fighters, but find organized formal warfare goes against the grain. They are unlikely to be very effective against steady infantry unless attacking from an unexpected direction. I guess that's attacking from the back or a flank. The war band. War bands are bound to the service of a strongman or petty village head. They are the basic unit to be found in many barbarian armies. They fight well as glory and loot are the road to status, but are often difficult to control. They care little for discipline and less for restraint, but they can be relied on to fight, and fight hard. In warfare, it is up to each man to prove his own bravery and worth. So the savage charge into the enemy is about as sophisticated as they ever want to be. So basically, they charge so well that professionals are not going to be ever any better than that, or something like that. So basically, their charge and their ferociousness is equal to high levels of discipline and training. Skirmish warband. Now, another thing about warband is that it's expensive, but they do carry a lot more soldiers, 50% more soldiers, and they are reasonably tough. Skirmish warband. Skirmishers are lightly armed troops who should break up and harass enemy formations before the main battle line meets. and act as a screen for heavier troops. Their skills also make them useful in spring tactical ambushes. Each man is armed with a clutch of throwing spears, a short sword and a small shield, but they do not wear armor, preferring speed over protection. Skirmisher warbands are often the tribe's younger warriors. These men have yet to prove themselves as warriors, so are not necessarily tough enough to stand against a seasoned enemy in hand-to-hand fighting. Barbarian mercenaries. The men of spear warband are effective against cavalry and most infantry, but lack the discipline of more civilized troops. Their spears, however, make them valuable defensive warriors for any commander, and in common with other barbarians, they are experts at using cover to hide. The warband is the basic unit of any barbarian army. These particular warriors have given their loyalty to a strong leader rather than their tribe. Each warrior is protected by a combination of a large shield and clothing made from furs and leather. Swordsmen. So these guys are the equivalents of Principes Hastati or Hastati, I guess. War cry improves attack, expert at hiding in woods, combat bonus in woods or snow, may charge without order. Swordsmen are steadfast and aggressive warriors. The infantry of the line for barbarian warlords. They are not very disciplined at times, as their sense of honor and bravery can make them eager to get into any fray. But they are uniformly superb swordsmen. They are equipped with good swords and large shields. Every warlord worth the name and makes sure he has a couple of warbands of these hardmen under his command. So these are the enemies that we are going to face here. Now, who could defeat them? Let's take a look. First of all, I'm going to
Orders, Imperator, General, Imperator, General, Imperator.
Pick up these guys, and I think that this would be just enough to defeat this force. So we will approach them and strike them. Also, I'm going to send in the rest of my fighting force without downwatch to engage the ones that are attacking against them. So I'm going to start my defensive efforts from this battle right here. What do we have here? Berlanus. He likes to drink, he's young, 23 years old, natural born leader, he's reverent, indifferent builder. Building is just a pile of timber, bricks and stone to this man, and not something worthy of thought. Flexible, 20% decrease the cost to bribe, -1 from law. This man is regarded as morally flexible. Somehow doing the right thing does not come naturally to him. Firm personal morality. This man behaves at all times in a correct fashion and insists on doing what is right rather than what is convenient. Okay. If we lose, this guy is done for. He has rational beliefs. The stars are just lights in the sky for this man. They do not rule his destiny. He's draftsman. The man's interest in architecture stands him in good stead with construction work. When construction work is needed, 10% discount on construction costs. Social drinker, always first to celebrate after a hard day of conquest. This man spends time drinking with his men. Poor farmer, as we know, not as poor as it used to be. It used to be -2, but now it's -1. So we build the farms, land clearance, so it's a bit better. Okay, let's move into this fight and hope that we can prevail. It looks like we built just enough soldiers in the north.
Today we go into battle against the Gauls. Warriors both worthy and brave in equal measure.
Okay, without a doubt, they have launched.
Gods be praised! The reinforcements are here! Send them to fight! Dishearten the enemy!
They have launched a proper assault on us there. First things first. Let's wait for reinforcements. looks like the reinforcements are going to be commanded by an AI general. Not something I wanted, but it will have to be. Let's get our forces forward, and what can I say? I think that we, without a doubt, are going to be able to achieve a victory here. I'm going to run my troops forward because I'm eager. I'm not going to engage the enemy. I'm going to kind of rely on my enemy engaging me instead. And it looks like they're breaking apart, which is a little unexpected, I would think. Okay, they're breaking apart, which kind of makes them susceptible. Oh, look at that, they've broken my warriors here. Easily. Wow. Okay, let's move up on them. That's just kind of terrible. I wasn't expecting anything like that to take place. That's just absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And without the cavalry support, they can stand against us equally.
Gods be praised! The enemy general is dead! His men know their doom approaches!
Okay, now that we know that the general is done for, let's turn the troops around and hit them in the back. The general is dead, but not their guard. Their guard is still here. On the other hand, this ally of mine isn't even in combat. Okay. I need to hit the enemies from behind as fast as possible. Done. Okay. I have to.
The enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
That's it. It looks like they have been defeated here. Just barely though. Our general saved this battle because we have killed the general. But otherwise they have to be very, very cohesive, and it looks like I understand now why they just so eagerly.
Attack! Orders complete.
Rome demands victory!
Spread their forces. If they wouldn't have done that,
Victory!
I think I would have been able to win this much easier.
General! Forward!
Okay, we'll have to stay here for a bit of time.
Imperator!
And now,
Attack!
let's attack them. Present in here. I want to control this force myself. So this guy has no enemies. This man holds the belief that he has few enemies. Perhaps he is right. #1 from personal security, +1 influence. Understanding of strategy. This man has a basic grasp of strategy, but his studies have only just begun. Okay, let's see this guy sharp. He's in command. It's time to start the battle.
I carry on my body many great scars, honorably earned in battle. I have fought many a foe in open combat. I come to fight today. Who stands with me?
Okay, it looks like we stand together this time, and the game is on fast mode. The Hastati needs to be placed just like that, forward.
Units, move out!
That's nice.
Units,
I'll keep a general close for now.
Reinforcements have arrived! But are they in time to take part in the battle?
Well, I think I need to wait for those reinforcements, without a doubt.
units,
And I'm gonna move my
units, move out! General,
troops around a little bit.
move out!
Now, these troops are once again not commanded by me. I'm not sure why. I think I unticked the AI box, but it looks like I didn't. At least they showed up. I didn't have to wait. And I will have to, though, wait until they actually reach my lines. Now, the enemy here, let's take a look at them. It has cavalry flanking us. They may try to flank us. And it's fine. They shouldn't stand well against our
General,
infantry. I will send these guys around, hoping that they could do some damage. And these will soon reach my soldiers. My cavalry movements may make them move a little bit, which is good. If we could spread them out right now when we have a lot of units, then it's okay. We could just focus on the force that we would consider to be favorable for us to fight. Okay, and here we are moving up against them. They do have high ground, as you can see. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to try and be smarter than that and just try to go around them. Our allies are just behind us. So I know that our allies will move forward onto the enemy. They should change the way they stand. And now they shouldn't have that high ground bonus. Okay, now let's get our soldiers. Let's make sure they're rested, I mean. Let's give them a break. Okay. So now they are being approached from multiple sides, which is fine. I could start issuing orders to move on the enemy. And at the same time, I'm going to start marching.
Units! Hurry! Hurry!
Just like that.
Units!
My cavalry can go behind. Here, we're attacking them. Okay, they will probably try to attack our down watch that will probably rout very, very quickly. In any case, I wanna break them fast. The first engagements are taking place over here. We will engage their cavalry now. And look at that, they would retreat. And they would retreat.
The enemy general is running away. This is... Gods be praised!
Wow.
The enemy general is dead. His men know their doom approaches.
Looks like we had the perfect engagement. Wow, that's awesome. We just kind of broke them in half after such a devastating charge up front. This is one of those truly great victories. Now we just need to make sure that as many of their routing troops die.
The gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of fear and now they flee!
Let's see how many will die. Here another brigade could still suffer. And it did suffer.
Rome demands victory from her generals! And this day is
Done. It's clearly our victory. It looks like we pushed them back.
Orders, forward.
Extremely effectively. Here I will have to retrain my force and strengthen it. And that will be it. This usually is. As became a better commander after that battle. And that will be it. The Gauls won ceasefire. And I think it's fine. Let's have ceasefire. And what about trade rights? They would agree with trade rights. So what they want to do here now?
Our fleet is under attack!
Oh, this fleet had an army.
Row for your line!
Well, that turned out to be even better. End of turn report, Malish celebration. One of our leaders have married. This Lord did. Construction report, diplomatic information. So now that we have defended against the Gaul invasion and made treaty with the Gauls,
Sir, Imperator.
I may as well march or sail south.
Ready to sail. Yes, Captain.
One army
Spreading the troops.
will come from Carthage.
Imperator. Orders, General. Orders. Move out.
And strengthen the border here that we currently have with the Gauls. Another army has to sail south and fight.
Ready to sail. Yes, Captain.
The Carthaginians in Sicily. Now here I would have to kind of use my recently constructed blacksmith workshop so that they could provide my troops with better weaponry. However, that won't happen just now. So he's fruitful, calm, careful with money, superior builder, apparently loyal, a true manager. This guy sharp, been in wars, good defender, so he is certainly, without a doubt, a better commander. And that's what we need. We'll take his command talent and allow him to control an army.
Out of move, sir.
Which we will use to attack Sicily. Also, I'm going to strengthen my navy here. I am being consistently attacked
Aye, Captain.
by the rebel forces here, rebel navies.
Sneaking ashore.
So let's see.
Secrecy is assured.
Whatever that Carthaginian force could be, my spies are not detecting any. And it doesn't look like they have any in their ships as well.
Ready to sail.
These could
Captain.
also
move,
go
sir.
and meet up with the rest of the navymen
Onward.
and join them. We'll need much better protected sailing south. Here I see Carthaginian
No more moves,
ships, but couldn't take a look. Okay, so they have a powerful in the numbers garrison. It's unclear that if that garrison is truly powerful. Alright.
Ready to sail.
So
Sir.
things are not looking too bad.
Orders.
This guy to learn how to manage cities, he could actually he could just go with the rest of the army,
March.
and he would be managing the settlement in Sicily after it's taken,
Joining forces.
and that will be good. It looks like our forces here have been very well managed. We still have defenses in the north, as well as additional armies in the south. And the Gauls did ask for peace, so that's good. Let's first take a look how our allies are doing. Sicily is in Corinth. They're not being counterattacked to a success. The Brutii have raised 2 armies now. They are in a position to expand rapidly. Alliance announced Greece cities and Macedon. So it looks like these cities here are all joining war against the Romans or Roman families. An agent of Gaul detected here. We have failed to take the city of Patavium. The Senate is unhappy to know that you have failed to take the settlement. Okay, that's fine. We will soon
Joining the fleet, sir.
make Senate feel very happy about this. That's the current floor of our Senate officials. One of these is ours, Lucius Julius. One of these is Scipii, one of this is Brutii. That's the Brutii, that's the Scipii leader. Okay, so next.
Fleet ready. Fleet ready.
Armies here. I first of all want to sail them by the shore,
Yes, Captain.
because I would consider this to be the safest approach.
Out of move, sir.
Now
Aye, Captain.
I'll connect
Ready
these
to sail.
fleets
Set sail. Yes, Captain.
and
Yes, Captain. Aye, aye, Captain. Set sail.
order
Set
everybody
sail. Aye, aye, Captain. Set sail. Yes, Captain.
to land there.
Sir.
This army, on the other hand, could attack
Attack.
the brigade stationed outside of the Leptis Magna settlement, but looks like that won't happen. Alright, here we see
Imperator. Engage the enemy.
Large.
Besieging settlement, sir.
numbers being
Settlement
present.
under siege, sir.
They are not very powerful troops at fighting, which is very good for us. We could get some Numidian mercenaries here, some cavalry that would be attacking them. Also, we may get some skirmishers, which would be better. But really, we do not need any of these because we do have powerful enough presence already. And that's it. So this force out here has to be retrained, and it would cost me 50 denarii to retrain these and make them better at fighting. Oh wow, they will engage me. So let's move on to the battlefield and fight them on the battlefield now. I personally believe that they will simply start falling apart.
There are many roads to victory. Units, await my orders.
Alright. We do have a cavalry presence here. Okay, I picked up Downwatch, which is a hindrance really in the grand scheme of things, but they may protect the Veltes or maybe fight in the flank.
The enemy have brought up reinforcements in a pathetic attempt to save themselves.
So, this is what we get. Let's charge our cavalry at them and see how a cavalry charge would do. Like, this is a full-on cavalry charge.
Enemies show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
And that was just absolutely devastating for them.
The gods be praised! The enemy general is dead! His men know their doom approaches!
And the enemies are nearby. Okay, so my cavalry can run there and hide in the woods, while the rest of my army could position itself here just like that. And at this point I'll be waiting for the enemy. Now there is a slight chance that we would be able to outflank them with our cavalry that's currently hidden in the woods. This tree indication by the card means that they are hidden, but that may not be the case. They are not intercepting the cavalry, which means that they do believe, in fact, that there's nobody there. That means we will be able to defeat them with a good charge from the back. Okay, so that's how their forces look like. Massive in numbers. Not so good at fighting, though they are not. very, very good at fighting us. They will not be. And it's time to wait now. Wait for them to approach us. Okay, here we'll be waiting. And I'll be hoping to take out the general as fast as possible. So first of all, I'm going to just like that issue orders to attack their brigades, just like that, one by one. And at the same time, I'm going to focus on assaulting the general. So the front could be assaulted by these downwatch, just like that, because they're spearmen. From the front, just like that. From the backs, they may be assaulted by here we're as well going to see the main engagement. Alright, alright. Okay, so the downwatch wasn't able to intercept them.
The enemy general is running away.
Wow, and they're all
This isn't a way
fleeing.
for a leader to behave, but in battle, it's beyond belief.
They are all running. It's unbelievable. And it looks like we can be able to just slaughter them like that. They were not eager to stand in the fight, even for a little bit, really. Okay, even the downwatches managed to stay in the fight for longer. My soldiers should focus on fighting the troops that are still in the battle. While the cavalry will fight the ones that are running, and the infantry will fight the ones that are coming into the fray. That was one of the greatest massacres so far experienced. Can they even stand a cavalry charge? I'm not sure. Probably that's the only thing they're really good at.
The enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
Without a doubt, that's all over. We have achieved great success here. Very, very grateful. And we will continue our offensive. Further. Okay, that's it. There should be almost nobody left after that. And we've suffered very, very few casualties. Almost nothing, really. Done.
Rome demands victory from her generals, and this day is clearly...
Victory! Victory!
Done.
This land is Roman!
So, it looks like the population is very small here. And I'm going to just exterminate them even further. They want trade rights, fine, let's have trade rights. Senate mission assigned. Third one. The Senate asks that you send one of your fleets to blockade this port for one turn. This will increase the pressure on this faction by cutting their income. They want me to start a war against Greece, and that's the politics right there. I'm not at war against them. Ceasefire in effect, Macedon, the Senate. Recruitment report. Strongest faction. Rome's greatness is reflected in our faction's strength. No one else has such military power at their command. Popularity gained with the Senate. The senators of Rome have a much improved opinion of your achievements and now look favorably upon you, most of the time. Let's investigate this further. Take a look at the Senate floor. It looks like the people don't like us much more than the Brutae, more than the Scape, but not by much. In the Senate, we are the most favorable faction. The majority of the Senate has a good opinion of your deeds, but some senators do wonder aloud whether or not your actions are motivated by a quest for personal glory rather than the greatness of Rome. Your popularity with the lower orders is a little underwhelming. When a plebeian shouts a greeting in your general's direction, the second word is generally off. Okay, we are gaining some confidence. Harsh times demand harsh measures. The people have been put to the sword and now understand the price of defying Roman power. It looks like we crucified quite a few of them here. Okay, so in here we have Shrine of Melkart. The shrine is dedicated to Melkart, the son of Baal and the ruler of the underworld. We're going to tear down. Place a shrine of Jupiter there. Also, we will be sending in migrants there. Or better, sailing them. Well, I can't sail them though, fortunately, just yet, because this settlement is really low in population count just yet. Okay, now another invasion needs to take place.
Yes, Captain! Out of move, sir! General! Sir! Aye, aye, Captain!
They need to sail out.
Ready of service without delay.
Okay, all in all, things are not looking bad at all. Let's get these troops up to the training level that we much need, and I will start another war. The Gauls. Alliance map information, that's what they want, an alliance with us, Spain. I'm not going to have any alliances just now because it's not really what I need, they're too far away. Construction report. Troops are being assembled, fine. So, let's start our migration efforts.
Out of move, sir! General!
into Lepsis Magna here, first of all. If they start rebelling, I just won't do that. That's it. Also here, there's nothing else for me to build. I just have to wait until they recover, and I'll be marching further. I want to know if they lost territory.
Can I be of service?
So let's exchange map information again. We accept the offer. So it looks like they have taken this down, and they have everything in North Africa what we don't own. Exactly that. And they may
Ready
be
to sail! Yes, Captain! All ashore!
Your Honor, sneaking aboard, watching over the
a
troops.
very good target for us. Carthaginians have brought ships here.
General!
Let's attack the enemy in here.
Attack! Besieging settlement, sir!
Okay, it looks like
Settlement under siege, sir!
the settlement is under
ready.
siege, and it will surely be ours. These
Prepare for battle!
Carthaginian navymen can die.
Victory!
And the spies actually want them north.
Aye aye, Captain! Moves depleted, sir!
There, these troops need to strengthen their position just a bit further, so that I could launch successful attack. We have sewers here, public health bonus. That's surely what we need. So projected treasury 2,400. So the profit, I think it amounts to what we spent and bought, but not the overall kind of profit. So projected treasury 2,400. So it looks like I'm making 2,000. And that's kind of the whole point of it. So it wasn't really shown the way I envisioned it. But it kind of makes sense anyway. It's a profit after calculating all the expenses. So here what do we have? We have Iberian infantry, some Balearic slingers. These superior mercenaries from Balearic Islands are famed for their ability as slingers. They can maintain a sustained and concentrated barrage on an enemy before rapidly falling back to a hand-to-hand combat. Slingers carry a shoulder bag with lead shots and several spare slings suitable for various ranges. A shot typically weighs no more than 55 grams, a couple of ounces. Trained from infancy, these missile troops carry only a small shield for protection and are best kept out of hand-to-hand combat. They are, however, highly mobile and don't tire easily. Historically, Balearic mercenaries didn't always get paid in gold for their services. They weren't averse to payments in kind, such as wine and women. Okay. Also, they have their faction leader present here. He has a priest of Baal. Priest spends half a lifetime studying subjects related to his god. He can spend the other half putting it to good use. That's 20% discount on agent training, +1 to law, merchant, 10% bonus on all trade income, freeman clerk, unable and loyal assistant in day-to-day business of government, plus the management. His faction leader he's a useless assessor. This man is sadly lacking when it comes to collecting taxes. Droughtsman, 10% discount on construction costs. This man's interest in architecture stands him in good stead when construction work is needed. Religious, skilled bureaucrat. Religious gives him influence, skilled bureaucrat plus management plus due to law improves public order. Okay, so they are attacking us, and in this battle we should, without much problem, get rid of them.
I carry on my body many great scars, honorably earned in battle. I have fought many a foe in open combat. I come to fight today.
So this guy has a trade been on wars. So that's the thing about this, I guess. In any case,
The enemy
here.
have brought up more men!
Units! Hurry! Hurry! Move!
That's the thing about this. He brought in more men.
Unify! Form out! Group disperse!
I'm going to
Hurry! Hurry!
close up on him.
Units! Move!
And
Units! Move! Move now! General, quickly!
can they shoot? They can't shoot.
On our way!
They won't shoot. Fine.
Units!
We'll approach them just like that. Some of my soldiers did suffer a little bit. And they would attack my troop there. All in all, it looks like they're all running already. Okay, we're gonna throw a lot of javelins into them now. And this will make them...
The enemy
make them
general
run.
flees! Press forward so the spirit of his army is broken too!
Okay, in the meantime... the general and his troops can do all the other work, which is killing all those troops that are out, and some of them just almost came back to fight. The more of them falls while on the retreat, the better. Here my troops can stand ready to engage them. We don't need to wait for them, really. So these just got back
The enemy general is running away!
from a fight.
This is no way for a leader to behave, but in battle, it's beyond belief! Great
wow.
gods be praised! The gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of fear and now they flee!
A captain has died. Now it looks like we'll be fighting their other faction leader. We already killed quite a few faction leaders on their side. And our general will be ready to assist his troops. We're fighting cavalry, so they stand no chance for as long as we are together. The only thing we have to avoid here is losing our general, who will be needed to fight another day. Okay, so will we be able to throw the javelins? It looks so. They all stacked up here. We're gonna throw a lot of javelins. In any case, we'll be squeezing them here to pieces. And that's it. They are not going to survive this.
The enemy king has been killed! This will surely make his followers waver!
Yeah, I like that. Done. It looks like it's almost over. We just need to deal with the rest. The last remaining cavalrymen.
Forward!
And they without a doubt won't stand.
The enemy show their true
Let's
virtue.
continue this.
They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
Okay, they will run away from the soldiers and into the city out there.
This is a
heroic victory. That sounds good. I just realized that this force would probably be much more needed in the north when fighting the Gauls, because we'll have to raise another army in Carthage then instead. Officers assigned. So we would have to raise another army here so that these troops could march on the Numidians. Here we're facing a problem, without a doubt a problem. The rebels are
General!
making things difficult for
Prepare
us.
for battle! Move depleted, sir!
So I'll send the force to fight those rebels. Okay. Strongest faction in Egypt. Officers assigned. So about the profit, as you can see now, it says we would be making 1,750, but if I build something, anything, it moves down, and that's the problem here. So I wasn't looking at the starting treasury to count the profits, but at the projected profit section, which wasn't really giving me the intel I wanted. We have construction report and end of term report. Fine.
General! General!
Also,
General! March! General!
more migrants. These migrants will have to be assisted.
Imperator!
And I could build more roads, better roads in Carthage. My ports here are being blockaded. Very bad news.
Aye aye, Captain!
I'm gonna send this navy to try and clear this out. I'm not sure if I can do this, but I probably have to try. And this settlement will fall to us very easily. It's clear victory.
This land is Roman!
And I'm going to occupy the settlement. Also,
Fleet ready!
let's get the ships there. And what do you know? It looks like there's a blacksmith here. Blacksmith provides superior quality weaponry for any troop trained in the settlement. His skills in metal workings are exceptional, far beyond those of ordinary smiths who make agricultural implements. He is an important man in the community. Those good weapons are always valued by the men who have used them. A blacksmith who can make a strong sword that won't break or bend in combat is a great asset to his people. So this will give us a chance to strengthen our forces. Here also I need a more significant presence of ships. So Bireme is a small galley with a ram at the prow. It is powered by a sail and 2 banks of oars. The ship has a good turn of speed and is fairly handy with a good crew. The ram makes the Bireme a weapon rather than just transport for fighting men. A Bireme is outclassed in combat by true Reme's speed and weight, but its combat power should not be underestimated. Okay, so for fleet consisting of 4 units of these should do the trick. Hopefully. It will. Alright. So, all in all, things are more or less under control. I just need additional forces. the north. Here we have suffered a rioting. 500 citizens have died out of over 5,000. Not good at all. In any case, these troops need retraining. We have gained a bit more money, as you can see, which is good.
Imperator,
Here I need to defeat them.
Victory! Engage the enemy!
Let's get rid of them, fine.
Victory! Forward!
And now
General, sir!
I'm going
Onward!
to get these in and
Move depleted, sir!
escort them to the settlement.
Orders!
So far so good. How's the population doing here anyway? 430, well that will increase swiftly. Agent found here. Numidians are here, the ports have been
Aye, Captain.
freed for us. I'll wait until these soldiers gain better armor, because that's important. And we'll be moving out. These troops will have to soon move out as well. And the ones in the section here with the Gauls, they have been retrained. And I think that it would be a fine day to kind of
Noble master?
move them into battle now.
General!
Actually, I need
Ready to
leaders
sail!
to fight.
Yes, Captain! General!
So,
Orders!
but I need to wait here. I may have to take them both north so that they could start fighting the enemy. This guy's been in wars. This guy good. I can't really kind of make him a fighter because he's very good at managing things. In any case, I do have to start my offensives soon. In the north there. Oh, look at that.
We're besieged!
It looks like the Gauls don't like us expanding. They see us as a threat, and they will attack us first. It's either a good news or not such a good news after all. Ooh, would you look at that combined defense and a clear victory. They've sieged Segesta. In any case, let's look through this further. I will have to start defending.
Orders! Forward!
At the same time march elsewhere. Here. This army, as you can see, has an indication of a weapon here, which means that they are a bit better at fighting. Alright. Legion barracks would give us ability to construct Principes. Maybe I need it. Maybe I don't. In any case,
Orders!
these need to move here.
No more moves, sir!
This army either goes east, which would be fine, or west, which wouldn't be as fine because there's a lot more settlements here to conquer. Okay, the Carthaginians are squeezing them from this side. Let's speak with them. Would they agree with peace? Let's talk ceasefire. They would not agree with peace, just not now. We've taken everything we wanted from them.
Imperator!
So the situation for us isn't that bad at
Aye,
all.
Captain! Joining the fleet!
Well, they wouldn't say that, though. Okay, we'll soon sail back. And or here. I'll still have to decide. Do I want to fight the Numidians? Which would make sense, or the Gauls? It would make sense as well. It would make sense because they are not
Awaiting your command.
looking nearly as strong,
Without
really.
delay.
Your Honor, moving.
2 settlements, not very well defended. We could take these 2 settlements and just try to hold them. Furthermore, we can see more action going on. The British are gaining ground. They're quite strong as well. I'll just probably have to rely on one army here and recruit here instead of recruiting Carthage, or the other way around. In any case, conquering the Numidian settlements would be great fun, and probably best to just conquer them first. Attacking from north and south simultaneously would be best. They may come at me from here, from this side, but
Your Honor, moving.
I would be waiting for them. So now I have to march out and fight them here. So this guy, Marcus Julius, heartless ruler, apparently loyal, sober, outstanding speaker, understanding of strategy. We will march out.
Sir! Orders!
On
Prepare for battle!
the Gauls.